And we begin today with a Twitter storm involving Pacers star forward Paul George. He has now apologized for controversial statements that he made on his Twitter account about the Ray Rice domestic violence story. George tweeted out, "I don't condone hitting women or think it's cool, but if she ain't tripping, then I ain't tripping. Let's keep it moving. LOL. Let that man play." Then Paul George tweeted, "If you in a relationship and a woman hit you first and attacking you, then you obviously ain't beating her. Homie made a bad choice. Hashtag stay up." Later, Paul George sent out a tweet saying, "Let me apologize to the women and to the victims of domestic violence people. My intent was not to downplay that situation." These tweets have prompted all kinds of reaction today, including from the Pacers front office and Larry Bird. Eyewitness News reporter Jeremy Brilliant joins us live. So, Jeremy, what are you hearing?
Well, Scott, we're hearing a lot of people upset about those tweets, a lot of people wondering what Paul George was thinking when he tweeted this morning. And you mentioned among those, Larry Bird, the president of Pacers basketball operations. He released a statement. We want to read you part of that statement this morning. And in that statement, he said that Paul George's tweets from earlier were thoughtless without regard to the subject of domestic violence and its seriousness in society. Paul understands that he was wrong and why his tweets were so inappropriate, and is very apologetic. And you heard that apology, Scott, you read that apology earlier. We also spoke this morning with former Colts linebacker Gary Brackett about the role a professional athlete plays in society, how a professional athlete is a role model, and that what a professional athlete says has personal opinions, but what that professional athlete says in a very public format like Twitter has consequences.
Obviously, 140, characters is not enough to really get a true understanding of where he's going with that. But enough was said to realize that, it wasn't very smart. So I'm sure he apologized, took it down, but you just got to be mindful of what you put out there.
And George's tweets were the main topic of conversation on 1070 The Fan this morning. Again, many callers outraged by what Paul George was saying. Also, Scott, something else that Gary Brackett had mentioned today was the consequences this could have on sponsorship. Of course, athletes have a lot of sponsors, and what they say in their personal lives does have consequences, does have ramifications, and we're going to have more on that coming up today at 5. Scott, back to you.
All right, Jeremy Brilliant covering our big story of the day. Thanks so much. And our own Bob Kravitz has something to say about this Twitter storm. We'll be talking with Bob Kravitz live in studio. We'll get his reaction today at 12:30.